It's autumn in Lebanon County, and the Meier Homestead's annual country fair is underway once again along Route 501. Traditional crafts, homemade foods, and demonstrations relating to the 18th century when Isaac Meier and his family lived in the house are some of the highlights of the fair. Hi, I'm John Keys, reporting for the Elko News Network. You know, the Isaac Meier house is one of the clearest statements in surviving architecture, which represents the old Pennsylvania Dutch folk culture and homestead settlements. This house was built in 1740, with Meier and his family moving in 1757. His family included his wife Catherine and his 6 children. They lived an elegant plantation life, and immediately Meier began laying out lots for a town, which was to be called Town, later changed to Myerstown. He was a money lender and banker and owned several other plantations in addition to the one on which he lived.
Isaac Meier bought this plantation in 1757. Before that, it was originally owned by Valentine Herkelrode. We have this cupboard. It's a corner cupboard which the English had, and it was mostly to show off your good china. The salmon is the original color. This teapot here kind of lets you know how Mr. and Mrs. Meier lived the aristocratic life. They had 6 slaves and servants to help them run this place.
The interior of the west wing of the main house is composed of parlors, bedrooms, and a central hall, all of which reveal Georgian architecture. This area also features frame and lath walls and corner fireplaces, which are probably some of the earliest in the area. Upstairs on the 2nd floor, there is an original, very rare, hand-carved sandstone fireplace, which is original to this estate. Here's some plaster taken off the wall during the restorations to the house. Inside the plaster comprises of mud and sometimes horsehair. The earlier makeup of the plaster included corn cob and straw. Inside the wall, there were hand-hewn wooden strips which hold the plaster together. Here you see some early 18th century hardware which includes iron nails and square pegs. The kitchen in the main house was fully restored to its original state following detailed plans uncovered through generations of diaries and journals.
Put a linen cloth in, sprinkle with a little bit of flour, put the bread in, and close it up and let it set where it's warm, and I'll probably put it on the bench there. So I'll sprinkle cornmeal on. Here's my bread. I'll go like this.
On the state and national registers of historic sites, there are plans to develop the Isaac Meier Homestead into a living museum to provide lessons about the architecture of historic houses for students and the general public. Sadly, on the night of July 14th of 1770, Isaac Meier was called to a local tavern to presumably conduct some business. However, he was shot in the back by an unknown assailant and died instantly. Today, his house stands as it did over 250 years ago, a living testament to the way of the life of this wealthy 18th century man. I am John Keys, reporting for ENN.